reserve officer with the Kenner, Louisiana Police Department. A volunteer. I've always had respect for the law, and I figured with my attitude and all, I could help out. We go through the same training as the regular officers, but there's absolutely no pay. You do it because you want to serve your community. Kenner is a suburb of New Orleans, but the story that took place there began 3 years earlier in Houston, Texas, where a bank robber known as a Dapper Bandit had been on a robbery spree.
Next case, please. Thomas Paul Goldschmidt. Mr. Goldschmidt?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Goldschmidt, you are charged with 14 counts of armed robbery. How do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor. I do believe there's been a terrible mistake made here.
And what mistake is that, Mr. Goldschmidt?
Why, I'm innocent. You see, I'm a respectable businessman. Why, I never even been in those banks they say I robbed.
You can make those arguments at your trial, sir.
But I shouldn't have even been arrested in the first place. It wasn't me, damn it.
Mr. Goldschmidt, the state contends that it has bank surveillance photos and several eyewitnesses it will call to show differently.
They're lying. They're trying to railroad me.
Mr. Goldschmidt, you'll have your day in court, and if you've been falsely charged, you'll have the right to recourse.
I didn't do it.
But until then, I am holding you without bail. Next case, please.
Your Honor, you've got to listen to me. You have got the wrong man in this case. Who are you to think the judgment is me? How dare you incarcerate me?
Next case.
No, me.
45 days later, while Thomas Paul Goldschmidt was still being held in a Houston jail, the robber known as a Dapper Bandit struck again and was captured. He could have been Goldschmidt's identical twin. The innocent man was released with the state of Texas' profoundest apologies and went back to his respectable position in the community. It was early summer, and I was getting ready to take my wife and kids to Nashville on vacation. Local businesses would hire us to provide security, and I was working in detail at a supermarket to pick up some extra cash.
Hey, I'll see you tonight, okay, baby?
All right, hon. I'll finish packing after we take the boys to the doctor.
Okay, there you go. Okay. It's okay, little guy. It's only a shot. You make your mama proud now. Okay, I'll take that. There you go. Peekaboo, peekaboo. Hey, y'all behave yourselves, okay?
Today was payday in town, and I would be escorting the store manager, Mike DeMarco, to pick up the money he needed for check cashing. We drove Mike's truck to the bank.
Hey, Pete, there's just one thing about you I don't figure.
Yeah, Mark, what's that?
Well, why you never become a full-time cop? You like to work.
Well, I thought about it. Even took the civil service test.
So you gonna do it?
I couldn't support my family. You know they start policemen out for $1,100 a month? Now, it just don't make sense risking life for so little.
I hear that.
The head teller, Cindy Bellinger, is married to one of the regular Kenner officers, so I knew her well.
Hey, Pete, Mike. How you boys doing today?
Well, I'm fine, Cher. Et toi? You still putting up with that policeman husband of yours?
So far, why? You know anybody better?
Well, when you get tired of him working night, Cher, you just give old Mike a call.
Now, Mike, I thought you were happily married.
Oh, I am, but if she ever gets tired of me, I'm gonna need some options.
Oh, in your dreams, honey. Now, I got your cash right here. I counted it myself.
Well, thank you, darling. I'm sure gonna remember you for this.
Go on, get out of here, DeMarco.
While we're coming out of the bank, I always come out first to make sure the area is clear, to make sure there's nothing strange looking. Well, this time my attention was concentrated on something really strange looking. The bank is all glass and brick. There's nothing to paint. And in the heat, no painter would be covered like that. When you know something is going to happen, you can never be too quick. You've got to take everything into account. I had academy training, and I had just gone through self-defense training 2 weeks before. Everything was fresh in my mind. The suspect was coming towards me, and I had to know Mike DeMarco's position. I knew I had to knock him off balance. I didn't want him to get another shot at me. You watch TV, you see somebody get hit in the chest, and you think they're supposed to fall down. He didn't. It taken 2 shots at me, I'd taken 2 at him. I was trying to shoot him again, but with the bullet in the middle of my hand, I was having trouble squeezing the trigger. I couldn't shoot, but I knew I had to do something to keep him down. He was a big guy, and I knew I was fighting for my life. Even with 2 shots at him, he was strong enough to overpower me. And by now, he was also kind of angry. He shot me in the big toe. I had a hole in my shoe, but absolutely no pain. His 4th shot went into my left thigh and traveled all the way through to my wallet.
Not 60 headquarters. I'm at 25th and Williams. I'm shot. I'm down.
Sit down, man. You're not chasing anyone.
Wow, put some pressure on the wound. Steady pressure.
All the time this was going on, I kept thinking, is this really happening? There's guys around who go 30 years and never draw a gun. And this happens to me, a volunteer. Just that quick, Nick Yu, the beat officer, arrived.
Bring up, Pete! Oh, let's go! There he is! Oh, that's him! Get him, man! It's gonna be all right.
I got a suspect down in the parking lot.
It just so happened that my wife, Darlene, was coming back from the doctor's office when this whole mess was being cleaned up.
Hey, now you leave your brother alone. He's bugging me. Y'all stop it. Look, Mama, look, there's Daddy over there. Knowing your daddy is probably right in the middle of it.
Darlene didn't know I was detailed to the bank that day. She was making a joke, but she didn't know how right she was. Everything I did was instinctive. I didn't even think about it, so I can't say I'm the superhero kind of guy. But while I was sitting there, a sense of pride came to me. I did everything I'd been taught to do, and it actually worked. As for Thomas Paul Goldschmidt, the guy the Houston police first thought was the Dapper Bandit, well, the way I see it, they didn't get the wrong guy that first time. They got the right guy. They just got him a little bit early.
.com's